So my journey into coaching didn't begin on the stage or in the seminar room. It began with a two-strand twist in my own hair at the age of 7. Now, this small act of self-care evolved into a 20-plus year career in the beauty industry. And this is where my chair became the very sanctuary. And baby, my hands became the conduits for transformation. My name is Zenubia Kamisha Sade, and I'm a feminine mastery mentor, an author, a speaker, and really the one who guides women into emotional intelligence, embodied leadership, and personal rebirth through the most delicious, sensationally rich, transformative experiences. I call it transformative artistry. See, I became a feminine mastery mentor not by theory, but by initiation. My clients bullied me into this thing, okay? But see, through my own personal journey, my rebirths, times where I slept on myself, times where I rebuilt myself, times where I rose into the woman that I didn't even know that I had the capacity to become through reinvention, transition, spiritual refinement, constant reinvention, like reinvention being the theme of my whole entire life. I learned that this one skill that changed my entire destiny, and that's emotional command. See, the power to regulate my internal world despite what's going on the outside of me when the external world is unraveling and wilding for respect, like we like to call it in New York. The power to embody my feminine leadership without abandoning my softness, like understanding I don't have to choose. I'm both and. I'm light and dark feminine energy. And the power to rise again and again, have very strong bounce back energy, and give myself 1,000, a million second chances if I needed to, with more grace, with more precision, and with more authority. And guess what? The women who walk a very similar path, in the black sheep, the one who chose differently, the one who's here not only breaking generational curses, but creating generational healing, they started to feel it too. They felt my presence before they even heard my message. So remember, I told you my journey into coaching didn't begin on a stage or in a seminar. It began with a simple two-strand twist in my own hair at the age of 7. See, what started off as a very small act of self-care, it did evolve into a 20-plus year beauty career. See, the girls wasn't just coming for the laid stitch braids and the edges, even though it ate down every time. But they came to me for the true healing, the truth, the clarity, the guidance, the emotional rebirth. See, I didn't choose to be a life coach. The clients chose it for me. They initiated me into it very elegantly, very consistent, very persistent, and also without permission. But you know why? It was simply because I was the one who could see them. I was the one who could see them. I was the one who could hold their breakdowns. I was the one who could decode their patterns. I was the one to help them rise radiantly from the inside first and then outside. And what began as free therapy sessions in my salon chair eventually expanded into sacred circles on some of the most incredible, beautiful beaches in the world. See, those same women who trusted me with their edges, they trusted me with their hearts. And during my retreats, they quantum leap, reinvented themselves, and stepped into new levels they didn't even know that they had access to. Hair ended up being my doorway, yeah? Coaching was my calling, but transformation has always been my true gift. So I didn't follow the typical coaching path. I'm an Aquarius, so I created my own lane. I fused emotional intelligence, feminine embodiment, somatic healing, sensual movement, and high-level personal development. I became the mentor I needed. I took the very two things that are usually suppressed in a woman very early on, which is her voice and her sensuality, and I became the blueprint I actually didn't even have. Now that we're here, I guide women through the same exact transformations, not just to elevate their brand, not just to elevate their identity, and not just to control their emotions, but to become the leaders that the world really need for real in their own lives, leaders in their own relationships, and leaders in their own destiny. Because we know feminine leadership is the original form of leadership. and clock it. See, my work is not like content. It is lineage correction. It is feminine intelligence. It is internal power awakening. It is emotional liberation. Yes, it is artistry. It is spiritual strategy. It is rebirth. So the truth is, I don't just coach women. I help them return back to themselves. So this is my story. This is my calling, and this is my legacy. And this is how we do it. Thank you for listening.